Another big challenge is how to keep Americans safe. Our lead national correspondent, David Begnaud, is in a Brooklyn park that is taking an innovative approach. David, good morning.
Good morning to you. That is the Manhattan skyline behind me. This is Domino Park here in Brooklyn, and there are 30 white circles on the ground, 6 feet apart. The park officials did this knowing that last weekend was a beautiful weekend weather-wise, and so the pictures showed people sitting just as they should have been, in their human parking spots, as someone called it. Look, this is just one example of what one community is doing to keep people aware of their proximity to each other. And you can expect to see more of this around the country as the nation continues to reopen.
That's it?
That's New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo completing his COVID-19 test. He's trying to set an example. Despite a steady drop in the state's cases for more than a month now, the governor wants thousands more New Yorkers to get tested for the virus, especially after seeing crowds gathering in parks over what was a beautiful weekend here.
That is the whole test. I'm not in pain. I'm not in discomfort. Closing my eyes was a moment of relaxation. There is no reason why you should not get the test.
Okay, so it's not a new message, but governors around the country believe it is one that is necessary.
Cheers.
As several states are pushing forward with their reopening plans despite spikes in cases in some places. Take Texas. On Saturday, it reported the highest single-day increase so far of more than 1,800 cases. 700 of those were in Amarillo. It was tied to an increased testing at the city's meatpacking plants. Meanwhile, defiance of protocols to remain socially distant is ongoing across the country. In Los Angeles, where beaches reopened this weekend, sunbathing is not permitted, but that didn't stop beachgoers. In Ohio, this was the scene at a bar in Columbus on Friday night. The rules for the state are clear for bars and restaurants. Patrons must wear masks and keep a distance of 6 feet. Governor Mike DeWine called the photos here absolutely concerning.
Candidly, we've worked with the Attorney General, David Yost, and we're going to do whatever we have to do if these things, are in fact occur across Ohio.
In the heartland of America, a critical section of the nation's economic engine is returning to work today. The big 3 major auto manufacturers, Fiat Chrysler, GM, and Ford, are reopening their auto plants. That means more than 130,000 employees are expected to return to work by the end of the week. Sean Whitehead is the director of manufacturing for Ford Motor Company.
We're going to have to be mindful that we have to really touch base with folks several times during the course of the day, because life is completely different than it was in March, and we all have to get used to that.
Here's what that looks like. If you work for Ford, you have to do a health certification from home. If you have even minor symptoms, something like the sniffles, they will probably ask you to stay home. If you go to work, they immediately check you when you walk in, things like temperature checks, and then you've got to wear goggles and a face shield at work. Tony?
Ready or not, here we go. David, thank you very much.